Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making mini gluten-free toads in the hole. So I've never been able to successfully make Yorkshire puddings, okay, and I've tried making giant Yorkshires and they've been pretty good, but they don't always cook all the way through for my liking. So I thought I would try this really nice recipe that I saw on a TV programme, which was Eat Well for Less, one of the new ones. So I'm going to use this recipe, and as one of my children is gluten-free, I thought this would be great. So this is a dairy-free recipe as well, but I'm actually not going to make it dairy-free. I'm just going to put regular milk in it. So my dairy-free daughter can have anything that's dairy that has been cooked for more than like half an hour. But she's fine with Yorkshire pudding. So this is what we're going to make. So we've got milk, got black pepper, thyme. So you need fresh thyme, but I don't have it. I also need mustard powder, and I don't have that either. I may put a tiny little spoon of just mustard in there, maybe just to give it a bit of flavour. So I'm trying to make this I'm trying to make it so I don't have to buy lots of ingredients I don't already have. Like, it asks for vegetable oil. I don't have vegetable oil, so I'm using the closest thing that I've got, which is sunflower oil. This can be heated to a high temperature. Don't use olive oil. So yeah, thyme, onion granules. We've got 3 eggs. Got gluten-free plain flour. Baking powder. Now this one is gluten-free. I'm not sure if they are all gluten-free though, because it does say in the book to look for gluten-free baking powder. So I've got 2 different types of sausages because my children are fussy. So Amelia won't eat pork, so she's got chicken sausages, and Leon only eats these sausages out of all of them. Some of you may be aware on my shopping hauls talk about food versions and only liking certain things, so he will eat these sausages. So between the 3 of them, they will just have a mixture of those. So I'm just starting off by measuring out the flour, which is 120 grams of the gluten-free plain flour. I don't know what it is about gluten-free flour, but it was getting like really stuck together. I was finding it hard to pour that out. And then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of gluten-free baking powder. So I didn't have the fresh thyme, as I said, and I decided to put in nearly 2 teaspoons of the dried thyme. I wasn't sure whether to put the exact same amount or not, but if you're using fresh, put in 2 teaspoons. And then I've got 1 tablespoon of the onion granules. So obviously add in as much black pepper as you want. I think I did kind of a medium amount there. Don't want it to be too peppery for the kids, but obviously do that to your liking. And then you whisk together all the dry ingredients just to combine them. So you're supposed to make a well in the centre of the flour and crack the eggs in. Wasn't a very good well, to be honest. It all ended up spilling over the side, but I tried. Should have made a well with my finger, I think, really, rather than trying to do it with a whisk. So you add in 3 eggs. And pour in your milk, which you need 220 mils. This recipe used unsweetened oat milk. I just used cow's milk, so I think you could probably use just about any milk that you want. I have cooked with rice milk before, which does work in Yorkshire puddings and pancakes and things like that, so I think rice milk, oat milk, probably nut milks too would work. So I'm just whisking that all up until it's smooth. So I've never actually made Yorkshire puddings with gluten-free flour before, so this was new to me. I did decide to put a tiny bit of Dijon mustard in. I was going to put whole grain in, but the kids kind of moan when they can see the mustard seeds, so I thought I would go with Dijon this time. But if you were going to put mustard powder in, you would put in 2 teaspoons. So I'm just going to set that aside while I start getting everything ready for the sausages to go in the pan. So they're the chicken sausages, and I was just getting those out. You need to cut them in half. Although I found that my tray was quite small, I probably could have cut them into thirds. But you know, who cares if the sausages are poking out, right? Oh, that's me counting. I don't know why I didn't count them out first. I just grabbed a bunch of sausages and I didn't need that many. So those are the pork and apple sausages. So Leon did say that they tasted different within the toad in the hole as opposed to normal, but he still enjoyed it. So that's my very shallow Yorkshire pudding tray. Are they all that shallow? I don't know. Like, they just seem really little. So anyway, you need to put some vegetable or sunflower oil in the bottom of that and stick the raw sausage straight in. And then you're going to put that in the oven for 5 minutes just to start cooking the sausages off, but predominantly to heat the oil, because you need really, really hot oil to make Yorkshires rise. So that's been after 5 minutes. As you can see, they're not even colouring up really, but they started definitely cooking. That oil, oh, do you know what, that mix really did separate. I don't know if it does it that badly usually with gluten-free flour, because I've not done it. But anyway, I put it into a jug to be able to pour it more accurately, and you see the mess that I make. Seriously. I thought it was going to be easier. Anyway, it does say to open your oven, pull the tray out and take the mixture to the oven. I couldn't do that and film it, so I decided to do it like this for you. And to be honest, that oil was really hot still, and I did it as quickly as I could, as you can see, making a right mess. There was actually quite a lot of mixture left as well, so I decided that I could do a second tray. So I was really pleased about that, because otherwise there wouldn't have been that many of the mini toads each. So I decided to make some roast potatoes and do some carrots and broccoli, and I managed to burn these. I forgot to set a timer. I'm so stupid. So they were a little bit overdone, but to be honest, I think the kids will still eat them. They might just scrape off a little bit of the burnt bits. So here's the second batch, which is looking a lot better. Still risen nicely. The only problem is this is my oven. This is the ones at the front aren't as browned as the ones at the back. That was about 18 minutes, I think. But again, I forgot to time it again. I'm having a nightmare today with plumbers and all sorts. So anyway, I'm going to get everything dished up and get the kids to give us an opinion on what these are like. I would definitely say not to buy these tubs, these OXO brand ones. I know that some of you have mentioned my tubs to me before, you know, where do I get them from? I love the tubs I have mostly. In my pantry video you will see a different type I said I didn't like very much because they're not properly airtight. These ones are rubbish. Like, I had to replace one of my nice ones and I could buy a single one of these. So I thought I'd try it thinking they'd be good, but like, you can't lift it up by the lid or anything. It just literally falls straight off. Look. On. Off. I even have to push a button. Really not very happy. Feel like that was a complete waste of my money. So I just thought I'd just give you guys the heads up. So if you have not seen my pantry video with the tubs I do like, go and check it out. I got some really good tubs that I do rate. They're a lot more airtight and they don't just simply slide straight off. Look at that. Such a waste of money. Anyway guys, I just thought I'd add that in. Here it is all dished up. So we've got Daisy's portion. This is all before gravy and stuff and sauces. It's Leon's. That is Amelia's one with the... Oh no, it isn't. Sorry, this is Leon's one. This is Amelia's one with the chicken sausage. So any of you who don't know, I'm allergic to eggs, so I don't have the Yorkshire puddings. So I decided to do a ham hock gammon joint thingy, whatever it's called, from a shop I got a couple of weeks ago. That's in like a maple sauce. So we've all got stuff in roast potatoes, broccoli and carrots, except for these two fussy ones that won't eat vegetables. So yeah, there we go. As you can see, Leon ate all of his, more or less. So did Daisy, but she wasn't that hungry, so she did well, but she didn't want to eat all of it. I ate most of mine as well. Didn't get a chance to do Amelia's plate because she ate later. All of the kids absolutely loved it. Got like a good solid 9 out of 10 and they all want to have it again, which is great. If you liked this video, please put a like on there for me just so I know you liked it. And if you're not subscribed, I would love you to subscribe and to have you here. So please do that if you haven't already. Also, I'm thinking about doing a Q&A session, so if you've got any questions for me, put them down in the comments below or come and find me on Instagram. My link is in the description and message me on there. Bye guys.